officially good afternoon. Folks cannot get in from the website, even with the link that's posted, Melody. The calendar should have it now. Do you see it there now? No. Oh, that is odd. I'm going to bring this over and let's look at it together. So here's Friday. Okay, you do see it now. So it is there now. And it should also be posted in announcements. So if you go into announcements, if you're trying to get in, yeah, this one did not work. That's all right. I'll leave it there. Okay. We'll get it sorted. In on your laptop. Okay, good. Good. Well, officially, good afternoon, everyone. If anyone had a hard time getting in and you're listening to the recording now, our apologies. As I said, there have been some changes made to the software of the Circle platform that has kind of screwed up the mechanisms we already had in place. And so we are in the midst of getting a full new process in place. That's going to include both getting the calendar, but there also will be a default site or a default page, a schedule page that basically is just like, on this day, here's the link. Right? So anytime that we have a meeting, if you can't find it on the calendar, you'll definitely be able to go in and grab it the other way as well. Okay. Well, let's get to it since we're delayed already, but it's kind of a tough one. We're tough market. A bit of a tough market right now. Okay. Disclaimers, as always, education and illustrative purposes only. We aren't brokers and advisors, so we don't give advice. No, every decision made should be done so at your own risk. We'll look at the posture. We'll look at today's market. Not a lot of trades likely to be carried over the weekend. Maybe. If you still have a piece of the Dow, you might. The Dow chemical trade, you might. Or you might just finish taking whatever gains you have. All right. Let's go take a peek. The Lam Research closed. And again, for me, I'm closing early these days. When this thing closed below my support level, that was an in and out real quick. I'm not looking to see, does things stay? If we're wrong, and we're going to look to shut things down as quickly as possible. Okay, let's see. Let me know what trades you guys have on. What trades are you in? And yeah. That'll help us to see which ones we want to make sure that we're discussing in detail. Okay. Let me go into... So let's talk about this week, where we ended up, what it means to us. We're going to end up... Let's see, we've got 35 minutes left. Right now we're at 73 million shares. 73 million shares. 83 million on average. So are we going to get 10 million? That gets us to average. Plus another 4.15-ish. Will we get 14 million shares by the end of the day? I think we will. I think we're going to have an above average volume day here. And I think it's going to be a selling day as we are down 1.32%. Yeah, so now at the end of the day, do we end up with 3 selling days? I'm gonna discount one of them. But let me do this. Let's just kind of start getting into our analysis for this, for what's coming up. And this might be helpful to you as to whether or not you're going to hold or close. But I want you to notice we have now taken out these lows that we didn't do before. These lows across here held, broke. Broke and did so with what is likely going to be above average volume. Okay. What does that mean for our score? I think our volume could drop a little bit. I think that our short-term score could drop. And I think our long-term score could drop. So let's go look at that as well. Okay, so let me actually pull this up. For those of you who are new, this might not be something you've seen yet, but one of the things we're going to do every single week on Sunday, so I hope you can join us on Sunday, is we are going to posture the market. And you can see our posture from January has been on a pretty steady decline. 4.5, 3.5, 2.5, 1.5. So for the last 4 weeks, we've been kind of stuck in this area down here. But I guess what that means to us is we have significantly decreased our trading levels, our trading activity, our amounts of risk. Everything along those lines have really deteriorated. As the conditions deteriorate, our risk levels shrink. Okay. Why significant if there is above average volume? Great question, Renee. Conviction. So when we look to assess who has more conviction, buyers or sellers, we find ourselves in a situation where we look to identify above average volume days and then assess through those days who between buyers and sellers has the conviction. That's important to us. Definitely important to us. And we'll go through it. We'll go through it in detail on Sunday, where you can really get a sense of like what we're trying to do and why, and then have the ability to ask some questions. And hopefully you find that to be useful. Okay. Now, what's happening here? I think my long-term score, let's go to that one here. I think that my long-term score is going to drop 1/4 point because we're closing below this line. And maybe we end up holding this kind of a line up here. We'll see. Right? We'll see. But for now, I'm going to drop it a little bit. Okay, let's keep going here. So let's see, what are we looking at here? We're looking at a 1/4 point drop on long term, 1/4 point drop on short term, 1/4 point drop again into volume. I think the volume score is also going to drop. So I think we're looking at least 3/4 point drop. At least 3/4 point, maybe even a full point, which puts us very near neutral. So as this war continues to expand, it's going to make it very difficult for the market to stabilize, especially as we lost jobs today. Give me your thoughts. Weigh in. There was issues this morning on Glenn's meeting. I know. And so, again, for anyone who joins late, there's been some changes made to the software that we that the Circle software. And so we're trying to adjust to that as much as possible, as quickly as possible. So hopefully some things that we put into place this weekend will enable everything to be up and running by Sunday or Monday. But yes, that's definitely what we're looking for. Okay, so yeah, posture's dropping. Steven, have you looked at your sector rotation or your major market? I'm curious how those might hold up, because I think our top three I think our top three, um, and our uh, and our bottom one, the VIX. Let's go look at that real fast. Let me type it in. You were already low. Okay, you're already kind of in a bad. So yeah, it's not looking good. What's the good news? Let's go look at the interest rates. Okay, so the VIX spiking again, hitting a new high. That's a tough one. Oh, goodness. That's looking like it's also going to lose another quarter of a point. I think we're going to barely hold on. My posture, I believe, is going to move into what would be considered a neutral score. Very much a neutral score. Yeah, okay, let's go through the watch list. It's a lot of red out there. There's a lot of red out there, including you can see our Dow trade. Our Dow trade has shifted here. It reached the first target, then it moved higher. Then it's pulling back a little bit from that new high, and you're going into the weekend. So, am I willing to carry that through? Probably not. Probably not. Looking to take the rest of the gains. If there's anyone still in this trade, let me know. Okay. Good to see you, Melody. Enjoy hanging out with your friend and see you on Sunday. Let's start at the top. Let's just work our way down this list a little bit here. Okay. Apple, pretty red. Archer Daniels is actually one where we may still have an opportunity setting up on something for us here. We want to be patient. I don't think that it's all the way set yet, but certainly showing signs of stability, signs of holding up better than other things that just haven't done so for us as of now. What's the thought process in this market? Caution. This is not a market where you're all going to go out and make a bunch of money. This is a market where opportunities are going to be typically fewer and further between. There's just not much we're going to be able to do as we wait, as we watch and wait. We do want to have our opportunities ready. So let's go take a look. Okay. Applied Materials was one that we were kind of hoping for. Unfortunately, just not materializing for us as of right now. So patience is very, very important for us right now. Very few trades, Steven said. Agreed. You can see Applied Materials. We were wondering if it's going to stabilize. It did not. It did not. Okay, let's keep looking here. Oh, can you guys still hear me? I think we lost sound for 1 second there. Okay, AMKR has dropped significantly. A lot of our things are just sort of falling into new lows. Okay. Amazon. Looking for the market to rebound in the next 2 weeks as things start to settle. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we stay in cash. We don't take unnecessary risks. Okay. APH. I'll tell you the one thing that we do want to be looking for that kind of a recovery is what is the sector, right? What's the sector going to be where we find those opportunities? And so far, I don't think we've seen it yet. That's certainly what we're going to be looking for in our sector rotation positioning on Sunday. Okay, let's keep looking at the list. AXP, well down. Financials is not it. Materials has been strong. So looking for materials to stay strong, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Let's keep looking around. I don't think it's going to be in financials. Stephen, weigh in. What do you think about that? Financials does not seem like it's getting much momentum. Financials out. Replenish stock for military. Defense stocks is one we probably should take a look at. The only one we have right now is RTX. You can see RTX is stabilizing. Does still look bullish. That would include things like yeah, that would include things like let's see here, Lockheed Martin, LMT. You can see that looks pretty good. Yeah, actually, I think that one might look even a little bit better as I take a peek. Okay, let's keep looking around. Let's see, how far did we get up here? Let's get back to... There's City down, Caterpillar down. CF looks okay. Coherent. Ooh, that one's a volatile one. It maybe trying to hold above the 50. Cisco looks all right. Delta way down at lows. The Dow pretty far down. There's Dow Chemical trying to hang on. Ford, Lowe's, GE. Okay, now GE is one where we may still have ourselves an opportunity. You can see the trend is good. The new highs are good. Coming down to a higher low. Looks still pretty good. Okay, let's see. Gold, precious metals. Gold actually looks like it could be setting up for another rally. That's one we should be paying attention to. General Motors down. Google. I was looking at Google thinking there could still be something there, but that window is fast closing. I just don't think we have much there now. Goldman. Home Depot. Look at all these, how far down they are. IBM trying to come back a little bit. Okay, what else? Intel. Sideways, small caps down. Small caps are down 2.5% today. That's more than a little bit. right? That's enough for us to be quite concerned. Okay, let's keep looking around here. Lumentum, huge drop today. A lot of things just in this, like it's continuing to struggle, right? Continuing to struggle. Okay. Meta. Down. Monster. Down. Yeah, I'm not seeing one core area as of now that is showing us enough momentum that we think that there's going to be traction there. Palantir. Palantir is exciting. It's got some bullishness. It's one of the few things that has had a bullish surge. But I'm waiting for a pullback. You can see your stochastics already starting to pinch and tighten. We're looking for a little bit of a regression at this point. QQQ, sideways. Rocket Lab, sideways. Rocket Lab actually showed a little oomph today. I know there's still some people in that one, and it's like even ones that are still fighting for their bullishness are just not really making it. Okay. Ross Stores, bullish but pulling back. RTX, bullish. Defense stocks are showing some bullishness. We're going to get to the sectors and just see what the sectors tell us here in a second. SNDK down, SPY down. You can see the volume is now at 84 million. We're at average. And you're saying, Scott, are you sure we're going to get 5% extra volume in the last minute or 7 minutes? Yeah, I think we will. We'll see on Sunday, but I think we will. STX is down. SYY is down. TJX holding up a little. At this point, there's enough market deterioration that we just need to be much more careful until we see the way that this all plays out. Here's VALE down, Viking down. I can't believe I did that. You might be like, what did you do? I accidentally clicked on. The VIX, which locks up my Thinkorswim. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to go into the XLs now. XLB, basic materials. We're trying to find where's the sectors that are going to still have what we're looking for. Materials have given back quite a bit. Communication services actually is holding up. That's not bad. That makes me feel like we should be looking there for something. Energy. Obviously, energy is doing well because the cost of oil is spiking. So we'll keep an eye on that. Though, if there's an abrupt end to the war, where they just simply say, you know what, we've declared victory and we're done here, well, that would definitely have an immediately reversal on prices. So be careful with what you do in that range. Here is financials. Well down. Not looking to trade in financials right now. Industrials looks okay. That's why I'm still looking at GE. I'm still looking at a couple of others. Technology. It's starting to stabilize at least a little bit. It stopped selling off, but it doesn't look great yet. Consumer staples. Staples looks stronger than discretionary, but it definitely had a pretty heavy pullback. Here's utilities. Utilities looks bullish. We're going to keep an eye on that one. Healthcare. Healthcare looks okay. And here's non-discretionary, or excuse me, consumer discretionary. You can see it does not look very good. We don't have a lot of places right now. Cash is a position. Be careful. Maybe if you have some advanced option knowledge, you could do some stuff there. Overall, I'm going to say you definitely need to be very, very careful in this market. I think our posture is dropping closer now, even to a zero. So we'll see what happens with that, and then we'll go from there. Okay. It's great to see everybody. For those of you who are new, if you experience an issue with the schedule, we apologize. We will have that rectified very, very quickly with a whole new process that makes sure no matter what,